Good day everyone, welcome, and today we'll be discussing linear inequality. Our today questions will be based on the JAM syllabus. Inequalities. An inequality in mathematics is a statement that compares two expressions and shows that they are not necessarily equal instead of an equal sign. Inequality use symbols such as the following symbol on the screen. The first is less than, the second is greater than, the third is greater than or equal to, and the fourth is less than or equal to. Now we have two types of inequality. We have strict inequalities. Now less than and greater than are called strict inequality, that is, the boundary are not included. Example, s greater than 3 means s could be any of the value 4, 5, 6 but cannot be 3. Another example, y lesser than 5 means y can take the value of 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2 but not 5. Next we have weak inequalities. Greater than or equal to and less than or equal to are called weak inequalities. The phrase at most and at least are used for weak inequalities too. Here at most means greater or equal, while at least means lesser or equal. Example 1, w is greater or equal to 12 means w can take the value of 12, 13, 14, so on and so forth. And 2, s lesser or equal to 12 means s can take the values 12, 11, 10, so on and so forth. Linear inequalities in one variable. Now basic operational principles with linear equation apply to linear inequalities, except when we multiply or divide both sides of the equation by a negative number, then we reverse the inequality symbol consigned. Now we have few examples. Now for our first example, that is example I, solve 3s minus 4 is greater than 8. For our solution, it becomes 3s will be greater than 8 plus 4, which will make 3s to be greater than 12, and dividing both sides by 3, s will be greater than 12 over 3, which will make s to be greater than 4. For the second example here, we have for what values of s is 1 over 2 in bracket s plus 3 lesser than 3. Now for our solution, 1 over 2 in bracket s plus 3 lesser than 3. To clear fraction, let's multiply both sides by 2, and when we do that, it becomes s plus 3 is lesser than 6, which will make s to be lesser than 6 minus 3, and s to be lesser than 3. Our next question is from 1990, and it states that solve the inequality y plus 9 is greater than 5y minus 7, and we're given the option. Now for our solution, y plus 9 greater than 5y minus 7, our first step is to collect like terms, and when we do that, it becomes y minus 5y is greater than minus 7 minus 9. And simplifying both sides, it becomes minus 4y is greater than minus 16. Next, we have to divide both sides by the coefficient of s, that is minus 4, and revise our sign. Doing so, it becomes minus 4y divided by minus 4 is lesser than minus 16 divided by minus 4. After dividing, y will be lesser than 4, and our correct option is C. We have another question from 1987. It states that solve the inequality s minus 1 is greater than 4 into s plus 2, and we're given the option. Now for our solution, s minus 1 greater than 4 into s plus 2, we are going to be opening the bracket in the right hand side, and when we do that, it becomes s minus 1 is greater than 4s plus 8. Next, we are going to be collecting like terms, which will make it s minus 4s is greater than 8 plus 1. Simplifying both sides, it becomes minus 3s is greater than 9. Now our next step is to divide both sides by the coefficient of s, which is minus 3, and revise our sign. Doing so, it becomes minus 3s divided by minus 3 is lesser than 9 divided by minus 3, which will make s to be lesser than minus 3, and our correct option is B. We have another question from 1992, and it states that solve the inequality 2 into s minus 3 is lesser than 3 into s minus 1, and we're given the option. Now for our solution, 2 into s minus 3 lesser than 3 into s minus 1, we are going to be opening our bracket, and when we do so, it becomes 2s minus 6 is lesser than 3s minus 3. Collect like terms together makes this 2s minus 3s is lesser than minus 3 plus 6, and simplifying both sides, it becomes minus s is lesser than 3. Next, we divide both sides by minus 1 or multiply both sides by minus 1, and we're going to be reversing our sign. When we do that, it becomes s is greater than minus 3, and our correct option is A. We have another question from 1999 that states that the solution set of the inequality s into s minus 1 is lesser than s plus 1 in bracket square is given by, and we're given the option. Now for our solution, s into s minus 1 is lesser than s plus 1 in bracket square, we are going to be opening both brackets, and when we do that, it becomes s square minus s is lesser than s square plus 2s plus 1. Our next will be collecting like terms, and when we do that, it becomes s square minus s square minus 2s is lesser than 1. Simplifying the left hand side, it becomes minus 3s is lesser than 1. Next, we divide both sides by the coefficient of s, that's minus 3, and revise our sign since we are dividing by a negative sign. Doing so, it becomes minus 3s divided by minus 3 will be greater than 1 divided by minus 3, which means s will be greater than minus 1 over 3, and our correct option is C. Here are some exercises for you to try your hands on at home. And for more insight on this topic, you can check out the chapter 4 of our JAM Hidden Fact textbook. You can get the hard copy in bookshops, or if you are interested in the soft copy, you can get it at the website on the bottom of your screen. Thank you.